Yeah, these are those price swings I was talking about. I didn't see a high in here, but again, it's Mercury retrograde. And matter of factly, here in this last hour, just like yesterday, the closing card energy ended up more in the half hour. So that could be that pump right there, which offered the opportunity to open up a short. I think it probably was based on how things are going. Anyhow, guys, I'm like, so I went on to I know a way to go in the back and see the names of all of the hidden followers or subscribers on my YouTube channel. Like it's hidden, but there's a way for you to go in and see who's hiding, right? So I was looking for Carolyn in there, and guess who I found? Myra the Miracle. He's still watching us. I wonder why he's still watching us. Yeah. Okay, well, you're going to be gone as soon as I post this, and I'll probably post it tonight. And then you're gone, dude. I'll come in and I'll remove you from my subscribers, and I check regularly. I see your name again, I'll remove you again. Just like Carolyn. I have zero patience for disrespect and condescension and basically just straight bigotry. That's not Carolyn. Carolyn's not a bigot. Carolyn just kind of disrespectful. But you, Myra, you're a bigot. I'm glad you're watching. Yeah, you are a bigot. You know why? Because a bigot is somebody that's prejudiced. Prejudice is prejudging somebody based on basically nothing, based on the way that they look. You've basically prejudged based on one character trait of mine. And yeah, being a psychic is a character trait. I don't care if you believe it or not. That just makes you even more of an ignorant bigot if you don't believe it. So with that said, you should probably like check the way that you behave and understand that there's more than meets the eye to people, so that the next time somebody with a miraculous gift is in front of you, you don't humiliate yourself and basically burn any bridge between a relationship that you could have had with that person who is definitely smarter than you. It's very clear, my friend. It's not me being cocky. It's basically me defending myself, sticking up for myself. And the fact is that the fact that you can't believe in a psychic, it's such a red flag that I'm well overeducated in comparison to you. That's why I believe in psychics. That's why I'm able to do what I do, because I didn't stop in school and say, oh, I've learned everything. Now I'm going to get this cool job. No, I kept learning. I said, screw the cool jobs, keep going. And I learned a ton. So when it comes to education, my friend, you got some things to learn. And it starts with respect. Ooh, I can't wait to drop this. Report me all you want, bro. Watch the video. There'll be nothing for you to report. Nothing. So go ahead and do it. I hope you do it. If I end up banned, I will literally sue the F out of people. And I'll win in court. So go ahead and do it, my friend. I report you every single time you harass me. I report you as a prejudiced person harassing me. And I explain the situation. YouTube's smart enough to realize that this is 1 year's time, guys. YouTube is smart to realize what that reflects. Charlatans don't grow. Charlatans don't have their base views go from 200 to roughly 900 in less than a month because they're a charlatan, my friend. Oh, I'm gonna save the rest for the roast. I'm glad you're watching. For now. And comment again. Go ahead while you still can. Comment again to give me more ammo to throw at critics. You're just reminding me of all of these dumb arguments that these people who think they're smart that I've dealt with my whole life try to throw at me. And they're like, yeah, I had this one guy like asked me a question at a bar after we had some beers. He asked me this trick question, which is designed to like make you say the wrong thing based on the way that you say it. and I got it right anyways. But it was like, it was like so silly. This person thinks they're so much smarter than me, and they're judging my level of intelligence based on one question while at a bar drunk. That person was arrogant, hubristic, and just a fool. And I can think of somebody else like that, Myra. You get what you put out there, my friend. And not everybody's here for the same purpose. Some of us are here to dish out the retribution. You might have just messed with the wrong person, my friend. I really should stop calling you my friend because I call my friends my friends. Hey, it was like, how does Mara look next week overall? I think I did a Mara, right? Oh, I did a Mana. Right. Okay, let's check it out. Matter of fact, let's do this. Oh, I put in Mana. Derp. I'm like, what's going on here? %, Robert. I just got really excited when I hopped off to re-mute somebody and I found his name there on the list. And you know what, guys? Literally every time some nasty guy comments, I find him like 6 months later, still watching. Or I did, until I figured out how to find hidden people. Hidden doesn't mean you can't be found. So Mara next week overall. I believe peace is a yes, but it might be a maybe, so let me just double check here. Started daydreaming. It's a maybe. Interesting. So that probably means it's sort of like flat throughout the week. Interesting. Probably at that resistance that we're kind of like highlighting right around here. Matter of fact, there's probably a bit of a decline in there that offers opportunity to open up a long position too. Oh, wow. Okay, so on Monday, there's a pretty notable decline. We rally into key resistance. Now, there's a pretty notable decline. But the following day, we have this big move reaching for distant resistance, which either means we have a really big decline and we come back to the same resistance, or, it's a notable decline, but not like huge. And then that move would probably, on Tuesday, would probably take us past the resistance that we fell from. We have sideways rotation on Wednesday, sideways fluctuating rally on On Thursday, that precedes a decline, and then on Friday, we have erratic behavior back and forth through the same price level. You might get a second opportunity to close out of a long position if you miss the opportunity on Tuesday. Well, that's the thing, Robert. Myra is learning the most right now. You understand? So, a long time ago, when everybody thought I had learning disabilities, like literally my whole childhood, people were like, "What's wrong with him? What's wrong with him?" Either that or they just like made fun of me, or bullied me. That was what my childhood was. Uh, I forgot where I was going with that. I got into a daydream. Oh, yeah, yeah. Okay, so like I got testing done by the Johnson O'Connor Research Foundation, which is a professional aptitude testing. Like it's like a private for-profit professional aptitude. I think it's for-profit, but it's like really well known, recognized here in New York City. And I went and I did a 4-day aptitude test that went through like all different aptitudes, and the test was designed to determine what you'd be best suited for as far as a career, and what you'd be happiest in. Because I'd already changed my major. This was after my first college. I went to 3, technically 4 actually, because I did summer at NYU. But this was my first college, and I'd already changed my major like four or five times, I think. So this was me figuring out that, and at the top of the list was teaching in a 3D. You know what that is? That's teaching in real life. Teaching in a 3D. I'm able to think spatially. That's why I have a stronger understanding of like multi-dimension, if you will. I have a conceptualization of it. Not like I comprehend the whole thing because it's just too vast, but I think I probably have an above average understanding and knowing of it. And that's because I think kind of like laterally. I think about alternate possibilities. So, I'm here to teach. I'm here to dish out retribution the way that it should be done, not the evil way. What do you think would teach Myra more? Me being like super polite and saying you're wrong, dude, or me making fun of him for being such a nasty person, to write such a nasty, bigoted, prejudiced comment? Which one do you think he'll learn from more? Yeah, exactly. Cool. How did you do, Robert? Interesting. I never met anybody else who took one. It was teaching in a 3D, and then right below that was sales engineering, and below that was engineering. Teaching and working in a 3D. Yeah. Or how about this one, guys? They just get under my skin. They just get so under my skin. I've been dealing with these people my whole life, and they swear they're smarter than me. They swear they know right from wrong, but they can't even do something simple like behave in an appropriate manner, do their homework, check their facts before they insult, offend, and try to actually damage a really kind, pure soul. Like, you're gonna get it so bad from the universe, dude. If you haven't already, it's coming, my man. I don't have to do anything. It's gonna happen. But look at this. 83% of our customers are returning customers. They make up 104% of our sales. I don't know how you get 104%, but this is the Wix back-end insights. 83% of our customers are returning customers. We have, where is it? I'm going to find something else. Well, 87%, I don't see where it is. There's a pie chart which makes it really easy to see. But my point is 87% of our customers are returning customers. Like, that doesn't happen when you're a charlatan. It doesn't happen when you're just okay. That's a three times. That means somebody who's already purchased something is three times more likely to buy something than somebody who's never bought something. Yeah. We're charlatan, dude. Good job. Good job ostracizing yourself for me. Like, complete moron. Seriously. It's always the super smart guys that are really not. Almost always. There's never an always. Hey, April, that's cool. And he's a Cancer as well. Interesting. I think we are dropping before the close, but we're getting close, so I'm kind of like, what the heck, man? I didn't see this big move here. This is why I need to get out. Like, I need to just get out of the market because as you guys who have been watching me for 2 weeks are seeing, it went pretty good for like a week and a half, and then I stayed in too long, and it's like, and that is a fact. That's not some BS like Myra in his comment says. I like, you know, you guys wondering what he said? Here's what he said. Here's what he said. And if it bothered me, do you honestly think that I would be putting it right in front of everybody? The reason this guy Adam can't trade is because his accuracy is not 98% and he's cocky. I guess he didn't get the memo that deep humility is required to be a consistently profitable trader. Another tip-off is that he says, don't trade like I'm always right. Listen to this. This says it all, guys. Well, 98% accuracy essentially is a round error to 100% accuracy. Like, so first off, he's so hubristic and arrogant that he thinks he has the knowledge of how I'm doing what I'm doing to go about and tell people what the 2% error rate is from. Like he has no clue. He knows nothing about me. He's so prejudiced that he obviously didn't even do his homework. You know, like, and what is my accuracy, Myra? How come you didn't say what my accuracy is? You only said what it isn't. Could it be because you don't know what it is? Because you didn't do your homework? Yeah, I think so, my friend. But I'll give it to you guys. It's not 98% anymore. This number, when we first launched, we were just doing S&P 500 daily. 98% average. Then over time we added different tickers, different crypto. We started doing monthlies. We started doing yearlies. That's all way like newer stuff than the 1 hour at a time chart behavior of the S&P 500. I've been doing that for like 20 plus years. All right. Oh, so this is it, guys, right here. What trader wouldn't bet the house if they won 98 out of 100 trades? Are you absolutely, you must be joking, dude. Like, okay, so he's basically saying, I bet the house because he's like right some of the time. And he was so arrogant that he didn't listen to the person who created the system, who's lost close to $250,000 figuring it out. You could say I paid for a master's degree in psychic finance and losses that I took figuring it out in like the first 10 years, right? You could have had some respect rather than being a hubristic fool. And you could have taken my advice and you wouldn't have been pissed off and writing nasty comments out of prejudice and hate. But instead, you were foolish enough and arrogant enough, cocky enough, lacked humility enough to go and do something rash and silly. Guess what? A smart trader, a smart seasoned trader has learned the lesson that you could be right and still lose money. You could be right and still lose money. Anybody that's traded long enough knows this to be true. Right? Because what happens is you have to be constantly staring at the screen. You have to be sitting there looking at it. You look away for a second, that could be the second that you had the one opportunity and now it's gone. It doesn't matter how good you are. Life still happens, bro. So only a fool would bet the house. And if you ask, we could put a tally as to how many people say they would versus wouldn't. I'll put it in my mailing list and people can tally if you want, and I'll post that online so you can see it. But the majority of traders are smart enough to realize real fast that they shouldn't be betting in the house, period. Doesn't matter how right somebody is. It's just dumb. It's like you're basically opening up the door for the universe to like, take all your money in one shot. And then what do? If you don't allow that as a possibility, it never happens, right? Somebody who talks the kind of crap that you talk should know that lesson, or they should shut their mouth. Arrogant, hypocritical mofo. Oh God, I despise these type of people, guys. You can see I could go on a rant forever. I literally meet somebody like Myra every single day of my life. He thinks he's so special and so smart. He's not smart enough to recognize that throughout history, the cutting edge was always looked at and pointed at and made fun of. And people were so sure of it that they didn't even need to do the homework because, nah, it's a scam. It can't be true. Why waste your time? It's called prejudice. Witch hunter, crusader. Evil didn't pick evil. Throughout history, you think the Nazis were like, yeah, let's do some evil shit because it's evil and we want to be bad. No, they thought they were doing the right thing. They were dumb and evil, but they didn't think they were evil. They thought they were doing good for the world. Just like anybody who spews your kind of poisonous BS, your negativity into the world. You're getting it back in spades right now, my friend, because I'm a mirror. I literally give you retribution. So keep it up, please. I haven't banned you yet. Red flagging the Startleton. So that you guys, all you guys that appreciate me and the work that I do and how much I give away for free, I want you guys to understand what that means. That means that he literally flagged me, reported me to YouTube as a scam. If, for some crazy reason, a ton of people did that, YouTube would ban me. I have no doubt in my mind that it happens so rarely, it's like not even funny. But this person is literally trying to harm the channel. Myra, the miracle, is literally trying to harm the good work, the good fight that we're putting forth for roasts. Look, I have it. These are all the roasts that I have, period, in my album versus testimonials. I mean, give me a break. 60% profit in a week, $4,200, $1,500 gain. Yeah, but I don't trade. 1,859% account gain, my friend, but I don't trade. 162% account gain in, what is that, a week's time? Not even a week's time. 177% account gain. 1 month's time. 43%. $9,000 gain in 1 day. Yeah, bro. 135% gain in one day. The market did negative 2%. 90% gain in the past month. I'm going, like, I manage some family accounts as well, so I'm just going through snapshots of, like, all these different things. You know, I mean, like, give me a break, bro. 645% account gain in one day, dude. In one day. Show me, post it. Post, make a video and show me your gains, dude. Yeah, talk as much crap as you want. You'll never, ever, ever get help from me, dude. You don't deserve it. 157. You saw what happened? Carolyn literally showed her face on my live today, guys. Are you joking? I muted you and banned you. And then I told everybody and used you as an example of what not to do. And somehow you find your way back on. I don't think so. Immediately after this, I'm getting off and I'm figuring out how to remute that person. You had plenty of opportunity. You had over a year to start following the rule of karma. You literally asked more questions every single day than anybody. And then when you had losing trades, you didn't specify they were mine. But when they were things that I told you and you didn't do so hot, you were sure to specify that. Totally inappropriate BS. Don't bring your losses to me if they have nothing to do with me, and then talk crap and get pissed when I try to help you. Especially after a year of me working like I'm your personal psychic. Bye. You had a year and plenty of warnings. Don't be that person, guys. All you have to do is send 5% of the profits. Like, you wouldn't have made that money if I didn't put out all this free content anyways, you know? There's beautiful, beautiful people doing that. Most beautiful, my heroes in the world, pretty much. Actually, I don't know if I should show that. But we have a Discord specifically for people who regularly donate to the Rule of Karma. It's a free Discord just for them. There's probably like 7 or 8 people in total. Out of the almost 1,000 views that I get a day, 7 or 8 people are blessed enough to follow through. Well, I'd say there's some that haven't done it yet. It's not that they're bad people. They haven't been in a position to do it yet. That is very, very true. I'm sure that's happened plenty. But the majority of the people watching don't follow it. That's to be clear. So if you're one of those people, you need to understand and take a step back and realize just how good of a person you are. Because integrity is a rare breed, guys. And it's an extremely valuable quality to have. Without people who have integrity, the world would be hell on earth. And that's a fact. Do I think Floki will outperform Shib and Pepe in 24-25? Floki. Did I do Floki in the altcoin picker? I feel like I might have. You better understand, guys, I'm not a love bomb. Neither were some of the biggest spiritual leaders in the history of the world. They weren't love bombs either, the majority of them. Love bomb is a cop-out for not dealing with negativity that comes your way, if you ask me. There's a proper way to deal with it. There's an improper way to deal with it. But to ignore it completely, unless you've made it to that level, you're kidding yourself. Floki, Shib, and Pepe. Okay, well, let's take a look at the altcoin picker first. Let's see if I got Floki on there. There was 55 different ones, so I just want to make sure. All right. S&P, nope. We want stock pickers. Okay, here we go. Oh, hold on a sec, guys. I totally forgot the most important part. Oh my god, I totally forgot, okay? Like, this is so important, okay? This is so important. Where did it go? I was making a point and then I lost track of my my thoughts there. But he says that it's not 98%, which is totally what like some deceptive, manipulative person would try and do, is make it seem like it's so much worse than it is. My accuracy is like 95, 96% right now, guys. Oh no, it's not 98. Let me hire somebody to go into the 2.4 thousand videos and one by one change that because of a 2% difference over maybe like a 2-3 period of time. How about you bite me? Yeah. Let's see here. I sent this to the Wall Street Journal. Oh, the other thing is that it was so clearly, this guy Myro is so clearly either Rock One, Stock One, or the one before him that he wrote a message about, because it happened so quickly after I released the last video, and I get such a few amount of negative comments for them to be that close together and both be so like offensive and clearly from somebody that didn't do their homework and was just trying to harm. Like, it was so obvious this person made a new account just to post this. Like, how much of a... I mean, you don't have better things to do with your time. You have the time to make a new account, go on and nastily harass somebody who's trying to do good for the world. But you don't have the time to do your homework, to check your facts and make sure that you should or shouldn't be doing that. And I know that for a fact, because if you checked your facts, you wouldn't have opened your big mouth. All right, and then we did this one too, and this one too. I sent all this stuff to the Wall Street Journal. All right, so this is basically every single prediction for the S&P 500 in the month of February. Every single daily prediction, right? And I mean, do you even know how we rate accuracy, mister? You're like, oh, it's not 98. Oh, really? Did you go through the 2.4 thousand posts and rate them yourself? Do you know how we actually rate the accuracy? I highly doubt it. You just wanted to be like, oh, it's not 98 because you lost money, because you were the fool who didn't listen, because he was too arrogant and too hubristic and thought he knew everything about the world. So he went and didn't follow the one person he should have respected, who spent his entire life figuring out how to do this so that other people wouldn't have to lose their money figuring it out. And you did the exact opposite of what he did. Really thought that one through. Oh my god, I love it. I'm having so much fun. I'm sorry, guys. I know it's distasteful, but I don't care. I deal with these people every single day of my life. When I get the opportunity to turn it back in their face, you better believe I will. It feels so beautifully. Like, it really does. This person needs to understand that they're a complete prejudice buffoon. So, the way that we do rate is the number of sentences that end up being true divided by the number of total sentences, measurable sentences. So like occasionally we'll have a sentence on here that's white because it's not measurable. It didn't have anything to do with the chart. But if it's measurable, it'll get a green, a yellow, or a red. Red if it's wrong, green if it's right, and a yellow if like it's partially right, partially wrong, kind of like on the fence. We give it a half point. Right? So this is the number of total statements made for the prediction for February 28th. This is the number total right. 11 out of 11 posted on January 28th, 2024, verifiable by this link right here. And to make it easy, we went through and showed them how we rated each sentence For the 27th, we had 12 out of 12. For the 26th, we had 11 out of 12, 92%. On the 23rd, we had 11.5 out of 12. That's a 96%. On the 22nd, 8.5 out of 9. 21st, 8.5 out of 9. On the 20th, 10 out of 10. On the 16th, 8 out of 8. On the 15th, 11 out of 12. On the 14th, 13th out of 13. On the 13th, 7.5 out of 8. On the 12th, 9 out of 11. This is what brought our accuracy for the month down. We had a 280, something in the 80s range. I consider this an absolute garbage reading. An 82% range is garbage by my standards. Okay, anything in the 80s range is garbage by my standards. Over it's 2.5 thousand videos, 2,500 videos now. I post over 1,000 a year because I'm a charlatan and I'm trying to make money really easily. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, dude. You really thought that one through. I work my ass off to do like 70, 80 hours of work a week so that I can then trust people to have the goodness in their hearts to send me 5% out of the kindness of their hearts on the honor code because it's a super good scam. Yeah, don't you think I would have like pretended to be a financial analyst or a financial planner or something easily believable? No, I picked a financial psychic of all things. People don't trust the stock market. People don't trust psychics. Yeah, I picked both of those to do a scam because it's a really good idea, dude. You try it out. Tell me how it goes. Oh my God, imbecilic. Oh my God. So this was a bad one, all right? And then on the 9th, we had another one, 83, 12.5 out of 15. On the 8th, 10 out of 10. On the 7th, 9 out of 10. On the 6th, 4.5 out of 15. On the 5th, 13 out of 13. On the 2nd, 12.5 out of 13. On the 1st, 13 out of 13. The thing is, if you watched this, you would have known that. If you took the time to watch, you'd already know that. I wouldn't have to show this to you. But because you're so convinced of your own intelligence and of what reality is, even though you haven't ever taken a moment to study it, that much is clear. My friend, you know nothing about me. Don't have the audacity, lack the humility to come at me like you know me. You don't know what I've been through. You don't know what struggles I've been through, what I've overcome. And this isn't being cocky, my friend. This is called knowing self-worth and sticking up for yourself in the face of evil. There's a huge, huge difference. What you did was go out of your way to harm somebody. As righteous as you think you are, what you did is go out of your way to harm somebody who didn't deserve to be harmed. It's called evil, my friend. Keep it coming. You're just going to get more and more. It doesn't stop me. It gives me fuel, bro. It gives me fuel. The shorts that I'm going to put out based on what's transpiring right now are going to make me famous, my friend, because you inspired me once and for all to shove it down your throat like every other one of you that I meet every single day of my life. The simps of the world. Yeah. Now I feel good. All right, so Tesla, on the other hand, this was a 1 month. We had a 98% accuracy. This was predicted on January 6, 2004. January 6, 2004, February Tesla, almost a month in advance, 98%, 26.5 out of 27 statements, accurate. And we have the charts to back it up. Anybody wants me to send this to them? You know where to email me. Everybody knows the website. Oh, unless you're already banned. Sorry, that was your fault. All right, now, here's Ethereum. We did a 93. 34.5 out of 37. I don't have the date posted, but it was around the same time. Bitcoin, 92%. 34 out of 37. See, so what I'm saying is that it's probably closer to a 95, 96 since we added these monthlies. It's important to understand that. But to go out of your way and say, oh, you're not 98%, you're a charlatan, and leave out the fact that I'm 96% makes you a total, absolute scumbag. A scumbag does that, my friend. Only a scumbag behaves that way. Alrighty. Back to it. Very frustrating, though. Very, very much what happens. So, all of you that have watched me trade, like, it's not that we're off. A lot of this is very accurate. I just didn't see this big move at the end. Well, you know, the thing is there is, because we have the trade correlation and we have the orange correlation here at the close. So it happens a little bit prior to that. But we did see a move to the upside. It just kind of came a little bit or sooner than what I would have expected, which is very characteristic of Mercury retrograde energies. But the point is that we should still have this big decline. It looks like we're in the midst of it now. And then we have the revisiting a support level, a major support level that was an opportunity recently in the past here as a sneak preview for the following day. An open lower, a high that's the Fool card. Low at the end of the day here. Low here in the post market. A lot of things indicating we're going much lower. And remember, guys, I'm 96% right. So don't be a fool and bet the house and then come at me like I did something wrong. What a child. What kind of a childish scumbag individual does that? Jesus. You think it's easy to get online every single day and put your ass on the line to predict something that everybody says is impossible? And you know that all of those doubting Thomases like yourself who think they're so smart are just sitting there waiting to leap on that one time that you're wrong and say, see, I'm never going to look again. You were totally wrong. That's called prejudice. Would you do that with a financial analyst that was wrong once? I don't think so. Would you do it with a stockbroker that was wrong once? Absolutely not. Show me a stockbroker or a financial analyst with detail and accuracy anywhere remotely in the same ballpark field as what I just showed you guys. They don't exist. So don't talk to me about cocky and then don't follow my advice. What a joke. Hey, AV. Hey, 80s. How was gold looking over the next 2 weeks? If you're just hopping on, guys, the reason why I'm going on this rant is because at the very start of this live, we had somebody hop on that I muted and banned from the website a long time ago. They were probably the first person that I banned, and this is because they just didn't have proper behavior on the live, and then on top of that, they became disrespectful. And this was after being warned once, like a year prior, that they needed to start following the rule of karma if they were going to continue to ask me questions every single day like I was their personal psychic. Like it was rude and really offensive. And then after a year, they still didn't do it, and they started to get like disrespectful, banned. But somehow they got back on today. So when I went off to go my roundabout way of finding the hidden subscribers, because there is a way to find the people who are hidden subscribers on your channel, right? So I went to find that person to mute them again, and lo and behold, who did I immediately see's name there in the hidden subscribers? Myra the Miracle. That's right, my friends. Just like every other person who's left a nasty comment on, I can count them on my hands. Every single one of them, like a few months later, I went and I was doing something like checking the hidden subscribers, and lo and behold, there they were still watching. I wonder why. Must be because I'm a charlatan, right, Myra? Good thinking. Really good thinking. I applaud you for that one. All right, so that's why I was going on that rant. Gold over the next 2 weeks. Gold. Before I mute you, Myra, why don't you get on the live and come at me? I dare you. I dare you to get on my live and come at me. If you're so smart and you have such like strong proof of me being a scam, I dare you to get on here. You don't have the balls to get on here and try and prove it, because there's nothing you could prove, bro. You can't mess with the truth. All right, so the next 2 weeks, yeah, we've got a high going in here, guys. It's probably like a double top, and the second high slightly lower. But this is probably a high for the year. I didn't answer Floki, did I? I totally forgot to answer Floki. All right, I'll come back to that. I'm so sorry, guys. I really got distracted today. Interesting. So this could have been the fake out right here. This devil card. It could have easily been the fake out. There's a double trough in there. Didn't end up being low like I expected, but definitely the double trough. 1, 2, and then into a high after that. Or one with the high in between. Look at this, guys. One trough, high in between, another trough, then another high, which is slightly higher, right? We got one trough, high in between, another trough, and then even higher. That's how I utilize the ruins. That's how I get more detail than just a 2-week period. But what we should have off of this high here, so we have a pretty notable rally into like the very beginning of April. With a decline, like a notable decline from that through multiple supports into a trough also in early April. Pretty notable decline to it. And then we have this big move out of the low. Looks like back to highs mid-April. Probably the same high, actually. And it might even be in May. Hard to say. But there's like, matter of fact, it might actually be a slightly higher high, same high, and then the higher high again. In May, it's possible. But we want to be very careful because this gets wild. Like a lot of the readings get pretty wild here in May where we have highs and lows within close time proximity to each other. So that really implies a pretty significant decline or some sort of crash of some kind. When you have a high and a low on like a major time frame reading, like a 1 year, and they're basically stacked on top of each other. Ace of Wands, Ace of Discs, also very, very indicative of a high and a low. All right, so we were going to look at Loki, right? I'm probably going to do another part to this, guys, where I compare the winners from each part. Would you guys want to see something like that? All right, so let's see. Do I have Floki on here? I wish I'd done these in alphabetical order, but I did them in order of like popularity, actually. I think it was popularity. I'm pretty sure that's how it was listed when I was looking at it online, but I don't think I did Floki. I'm just double checking. Oh, I looked at that one already. Nope, no Floki. Okay, so oh, and I missed your question too. I missed a bunch of questions here, guys. I'm so sorry. So Floki will outperform Shib and Pepe. Will outperform Shib in 2024? Yes or no? How about 2025? I got the unicursal for 2024. I got yes for 2025. 2024 is a big fat no, but 2025 yes, and that was for outperforming SHIB. And then Floki versus Pepe. We did cover Pepe on the altcoin picker. That's one of the ones I believe is pretty bullish. Let me just double check. Yeah, this is one of the ones that stood out as like much more bullish than the average throughout the year of 2024. Definitely one that I'd want to be riding higher throughout 2024. It looks like it might even be that 2024 is the start of a multi-year rally for it. Let me verify that that's accurate. Hold on. Because sometimes that's what the sun card indicates, is like the beginning of a rally. It's more likely to indicate that when you're like on a larger time frame. Let's see. I got a yes. It goes higher in 2025. So does Floki outperform Pepe in 2024? Yes or no? 2025? No and no. It does not, and that would make sense because Pepe is a big one. Do you see AMC being much lower by June? Man, I'm so distracted today. Matter of fact, why is it doing that? All right. Oh, what the heck? That was weird. There's that decline. So at this point, I had a feeling that was going to happen. That's another thing, guys. These are reasons why you don't trade during Mercury retrograde. Remember how I made, and it wasn't retrograde yet, but it was the influence. Remember how I made that error a couple of times where I bought instead of sold? It would have been perfect timing, but I bought instead of sold, or I sold instead of bought. Very Mercury retrograde-y. Another thing to have is the timing be like, you're right about this like move that would have given you opportunity, except that it happened after the close. That's so Mercury retrograde, it's not even funny. I highly recommend that you do not trade during retrograde, my friends. For some people it might not impact them, but for me, I know better. And so I did roll earlier today. I rolled one of these April 5ths into an April 30th in preparation for, or a 524 as well, in preparation for a notable decline throughout April. And so then at the end of April, what I'll do is sell against this put for hopefully for a significant profit and basically lock in a profitable spread. And what I'll also be looking to do, I probably should have put it on already. Monday's probably too late, but what I thought about doing was then opening up a vertical spread below this price level here, where the influence of retrograde started. Because generally speaking, what you do is you revisit near the same price level. It's not always right on the exact price, especially if there's a huge uptrend. That's why I have this secondary kind of option as a possibility. But we should see a pretty notable break through this range here, through this diagonal trend line. And what could be a good idea is to get into a vertical call spread with the short position below the lowest price level of this. It might not make sense based on how much it costs. Matter of fact, I might still be able to get away with it. And I'd want to do it, if it's meant to be, I'll get away with it. So I want the call to expire out in May. May 13th would be ideal, but that's pretty expensive, which is why you turn it into a vertical call spread. So it'd be that one right there. And we want this price level here. It probably doesn't make sense, it's so far out, but I want to double check. Um, 520-ish. Oh wait, sorry. Yeah, 520-ish. Sorry, 520-ish. Is that right? I feel like that's not right. Hold on a sec. No, that isn't right. It's 511-ish. Thank God I looked. So we'll see if it makes sense. It probably does not make sense. Oh, I got it backwards. Just like I was talking about. And we'll put on... So why did I do that? Because this is Mercury retrograde strategy, and I want to implement the beginning of my strategy before going into retrograde. If you wait until we're in retrograde to then formulate the strategy, you're going to regret it. If you formulate the strategy outside of retrograde, and then while in retrograde you decide to change it, you're going to regret it. If you create the strategy outside, implement the strategy outside, and ride it into the retrograde, only exiting as planned, you should do pretty well. But you have to remember, you're going to be very tempted to do the wrong thing during retrograde. Like the other end of retrograde will come around and you'll be like, oh man, I wish I hadn't changed my mind. So my plan here is basically, I don't think I got it. I probably missed it. Oh, it's because it's so high up there. Jeez. There we go. So, like, basically, if we just went higher, this spread cost me $200, and I get, or a little under $300, and I get $300 back. So it's like minuscule. Like it won't really make any type of like noticeable increase in my account. But that's not what I'm planning on doing. What I wanted to do is get in at a really good price level here and basically have it end up being free. I'll buy back the 509 call when we're close to these price levels towards the end of the Mercury retrograde period, and probably triple down on this 510 call and then ride it back up and make a ton of money there. This put here, what I'm looking to do with these puts is, well, first off, the April 5th, I'm going to exit as soon as I have the opportunity. Either that or I'll roll them like I already did today. I'll probably exit them because it's a lot of money to have on the table. But the one that I rolled today to the 524, what I'll do is I'll wait for the market to decline back down to these price levels where the calls are, and then I'll sell a put against it to create a profitable trade or profitable spread at the same time that I swap and buy back my short calls, if that makes sense. That's Mercury retrograde strategy. We'll see how it goes. Mercury retrograde doesn't do the exact same thing every time, but the majority of the time it does follow a very specific pattern. And even with the big sharp drop coming, if we do have it as I expect, the expiration is on these is out so far. Like the majority of this is like time, this will depreciate a lot slower than if it was just 509s or if it was a nearer term expiration. '80s hair blend. Oh wait, AMC in June. AMC in June. Man, I must have been so distracted today by that. I needed to rant. I needed to just like make it clear who's really the silly one here. So sick of those chumps. AMC. If he acted with some sort of decency, I'd still be around to help him come back from that ridiculously preposterous idea of basically putting your entire house, the term is putting all your money on one trade and then getting pissed. Like, all right. I'll be talking about the hypocrisy of that message, of that comment was so, it was just so ridiculously hypocritical and offensive. Like, this one I'll be talking about for a long time. I'll be using it as an example for a long time, because I even feel like this guy probably knew that he was wrong and doubled down on it, rather than just like, okay, I'm wrong, which anybody with any decency or respect would have done, and then they wouldn't have gotten banned. But those people are rare, few and far between. Where'd it go? AMC. Where did my AMC reading go? There. Oh, look at that. After the market, look what's going on. Oh, it's actually up after by a penny here. Anyhow, so in June, was that what it was? Will it be much lower by June? I think it'll be much lower by May, and then there's like a huge move to the upside in June, possibly back to like highest highs by the beginning of July or mid-July, and then another high here in August. So I would say significantly lower by the end of May, or maybe the first week of June. I'm new at this, and I know not to blame you. I appreciate that, 80s. You know, the majority of people are not that like unintelligent. I mean, I'm thankful to say the majority of people would at least do their homework before writing something so nasty. You know, like who does that? Who does that? Just makes up a bunch of BS to hurt somebody for no reason other than they're pissed off about their own mistakes. Somebody who has literally not grown up, has no capability of you know, admitting when they're wrong. And you know how bad it is to not have a capability of admitting when you're wrong? You cannot grow as a human being or a spiritual individual. You cannot grow if you can't admit that you're wrong. How can you see your mistakes and learn from them? It's one of the worst qualities you could have, if you ask me, period. Conscious Evolution. Hey man, just want to let you know I've been using your information to trade on a prop firm account. Oh, cool. In a couple of weeks, I will receive my first paycheck and pass on the rule of karma back to you. Dude, that would be so awesome, my man. So I worked at a prop firm once. Man, that was tough. I got out even when I left. I got out even. That was tough. It was the early stages. I think it was like 2007 or 2008. And I joined Avatar Trading. Kind of funny, the name, right? So like Avatar Trading, it just seemed like that was a good name. I should check it out. I went and I checked it out, and the people there were really cool. There was a ton of them. It was a really great place to learn some stuff. But man, was that tough. But they do like a regular paycheck every month or something like that. Dude, that would be like so cool, dude. Really. Much love to you, my man, even for the thought. Is 2025 bearish for gold? Probably not, if my memory serves me correct. Let's take a look at the multi-year. This is what changed my stance on gold, was this multi-year. Oh, wow. Actually, it is bearish in US in 2025. It is bearish in 2025. Wow. Hold on a sec. I'm going to have to roll in just a few minutes here, guys. Where did it go? bound by range in 2022. This is the oppression card. There's a low in 2022 and we're bound by the upper end of a range. 2023 is like this move to the upside and a retracement, full move higher, full retracement, and now we have this this resistance here that's highlighted. I have oops I have 2300 USD. I didn't realize I had this. I have 2300 USD for gold as a high in 2024. So that's a significant amount still to the upside, but maybe people weren't expecting that. Like we're expecting more. I don't know. But I have 2023, so or 2300, excuse me. So it'll at least hit 2300. We want to be mindful of there is a sharp drop at the beginning of the year in gold. Did we see that already? I mean, technically, yeah, there is a pretty sharp drop to a low here. Oh, I'm looking at AMC. Sorry, I need to look at gold. I'm like, what the hell? Where did it go? That's more like it. Okay. Yeah, I think that devil card was like this fake out that we have where it looked like we were topping off. But there should be a peak right here at the very end of the month of March. And then probably a higher one early on in May. But yeah, 2025 looks like it is bearish for gold. Even the sneak preview card. All right, buddy, we're going to go soon. Don't worry. Yep, there you go, April 8th. That's what I'm talking about. Mercury retrograde. So you're seeing what I mean. We're right about it, but sometimes the timing is going to be off to the point that the opportunity will come outside of opportunity. Like if I had been a little faster, I probably would have been able to close that call position. But it's like it's such a narrow call spread. Like literally, like even if there was a huge move, it wouldn't really make much of a dent. Was today the Amazon high for the year? Thanks. Let's take a look real quick. Guys, I'm running out of time here. I'm going to have to roll. Interesting. So it might be that we kind of like dance out here. We're probably near. Is this the gold one? Oh my god, it's getting so annoying. We probably hang out around these levels. Um, but it's really close. Like I probably would take profits around here. Now we could go a little higher, but I would probably take profits here. Um, yeah, I mean it's Ace of Wands at the end of March. There's a prominent trough in early April. There's a horse card kind of like at a trough down there, or a horse figurine at a trough down there in April, and then we should see a lowest low somewhere in May. April, May, maybe. If you got good gains, I'd probably take them here. At least take partial gains here. Yeah, take your gains, dude. I just pulled the Ace of Discs. Right? What's the March high? Ace of Discs. What does the Ace of Discs stand for? Cash out. I would take profits here. All right, anything left? Yeah, 100%, definitely. Just make sure you don't like put it all, you know. I'm sure you know, you're a prop trader, you know. I don't need to tell you. Will BREZ be a good investment this year? I was supposed to give you guys a coupon code, but it never showed. Well, so that'll mean on Monday I'll drop the other coupon code. But really, really quick, guys, just want to make sure everybody is still aware. Well, I still have a few minutes here. So we still have this special offer. This is the final day for this offer, guys. Oh, that's not right. There we go. This is the final day of the offer. This will expire. Matter of fact, we'll have it still through the weekend, but it expires on Sunday, guys. 2 1-year reports, normally $4.99 each. You can get 2 for $600. It's 40% off. Huge discount. And this is going to expire. So the only way that you get this, you can't navigate to this on the website. You have to type it into the URL, tarotfortraders.com/product-page/special, right? And that you won't be able, like, if you type that in come Sunday, it won't take you to anything that gives you an offer. So if you're looking at 1 years, guys, the 1 years that have been ordered are slowly coming out. We actually probably have another 3 that are coming out over the weekend. Tie-Fi 2025 Tie-Fi just came out. So if you've got the subscription, the total access subscription, then you've got access to that. But we'll be replacing this special offer with a coupon code throughout the month of April, which provides you with the ability to get a 50% discount on any custom monthly orders. And we have the ability to order a monthly out as far as December 2026. So if you're looking to do monthlies, or there's specific months that you're interested in over the next few years, highly recommend taking advantage of this opportunity. I'm going to put the coupon code on the Discord for angel investors as soon as I get it later today. And then everybody else, I'll release it on the live, which will be the only other place you can find out what the coupon code is. I'll release it on the live on Monday. All right, guys. Blessings to all my angel investors. You know where to go. You know what to do. Shiba higher for tomorrow. I got a yes for Shiba, and I think I forgot to answer that BREZ question. I might have forgotten. I got a no for that. Happy holidays to you too, April. Hey, TT. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. But with that said, I'm going to roll. Thank you guys. Blessings to all my angel investors. Have a great weekend. And